I swear, the Fortress is getting crazier every year. In this video, I will talk about Scream Fortress 2014. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Curator, of course. So, Scream Fortress 2014, what is it all about? Basically, they've added some sort of new map. You could call it new, but it's basically a reskin of one of the maps that was already in existence. The map in question was called as the Doomsday. They gave it a little bit of a reskin. Now it's like more Halloween themed, with like carnival themed, whatever, with Marasmus sitting there in the middle of the map and like a giant hammer, and it's very nice. I find it looks like a little bit of a revamp of the as the Doomsday, as I said. I find it to be looking better than as the Doomsday itself, to be honest, because as the Doomsday is a little bit of a boring map with just sand and just a rocket in the middle. It's a little bit boring. But this map is very interesting. It has fancy colors and like a giant hammer in the middle of the map. It looks very interesting, and it's very wacky and silly and crazy, just in the style of Team Fortress, of course. I feel like every year, as I said in the beginning, like every year Scream Fortress, just TF2 in general, gets more and more crazy, and I do like that craziness in Team Fortress. And as I said, they've added a new map, this map you see right here. So the first part is just self-explanatory. It's basically just as the Doomsday with a new skin. You take the intelligence and you take it to the rocket. In this case, you take the tickets to the thingy majigger that's standing in the middle there that replaces the rocket. I can't really explain what it is. I don't know myself. It's like one of those things you stay at the carnival, where you use the hammer to bounce something up and whatever. But the first one is very explanatory. You take the thing and it's basically like an intelligence command with the King of the Hill. It's very self-explanatory, but just like Helltower, which was introduced last year, which was a reskin of Below 3's Helltower. I did make a video about that, so I will probably link it, I don't know, if I don't forget. But just like Helltower last year, when you win the first phase of the match, you go to a different place. This one is very wacky, very silly, because it introduces some sort of silly little mini game of some sort, where each player enters a bumper car and just bumps into each other, and there's a mini game going on. There are, as far as I know, there are 3 different mini games of some sort. The first mini game is some sort of soccer game where you each enter some sort of bumper car, and you basically play some sort of soccer. You try to push the ball into the other team's goal, basically, and then you get a point. The bumper car also has an ability, which is the charge. So you have to use right click, and when you do that, you gain a boost similar to the charge of the demo man. And if you do that, of course, you get more speed and you get more impact to the other bumper cars, and you can push them away, and you can push the ball and try to push the ball into the enemy's goal. So, and the second game is it's some sort of platform. Sometimes the platforms disappear, or it gets slowly more difficult over time, and you have to try and push each other off. It's basically some sort of deathmatch with bumper cars. It's pretty silly, and by the end, if one platform remains and there are still a bunch of people there, the Headless Horseman appears and he tries to help push people off and stuff. It makes so that it doesn't last forever. And the third one, last but not least, of course, is some sort of collecting mini game where each team tries to collect as much points as possible with collecting ducks. For some reason, I don't know why, but you have to collect ducks as much as possible, and the team that gets most ducks wins, of course. And unlike Helltower, Erasmus actually says this when you enter the mini games, that the winning team gets an advantage the team that wins selects the first phase of the map, the first part of the map. I don't know, stage or whatever what you want to call it. The person that wins that gets like an advantage in the second in the mini games. But like I haven't noticed anything significant, to be honest. So it can still go either way. And this was a problem with like Helltower. It didn't matter who won the Helltower, the first part, because like anyone can win in the second part. Now it's, as Mirasmus says, he's like, yeah, you got like a small advantage over the other team. I haven't noticed anything, to be honest, but apparently you do. So that's very nice. I mean, it makes like at least it's useful that you like actually win the first part instead of just like it doesn't matter at all. So that's a neat little change. And of course, there's like spells in this mode as well. Just like in Helltower, has some spells, and it's a very wacky. It's even more crazier than the previous one, in my opinion. And especially the mini games, I think that's a very fun little addition to Team Fortress. So enough talk. Go enjoy the update. Thanks for watching. Take care, folks.